There is a silent moment in every life when progress stops feeling natural. Not because you failed, not because you ran out of ability, not because opportunity disappeared, but because you reached an invisible ceiling, a place where your results no longer rise, where your effort feels heavier, where your days begin to look the same. Most people call this getting older. Some call it bad timing. Some call it the way life is. But the truth is far more precise. You have reached what can only be called the growth lock. It is not a physical wall. It is not a lack of resources. It is not even a lack of intelligence. It is a mental ceiling built from familiar habits, outdated beliefs, and repeated identity. You do not stop growing because life stops offering opportunity. You stop growing because your internal system stops expanding. Your mind is always seeking efficiency. It wants predictable outcomes. It prefers familiar routines. It loves what it already knows how to handle. And once your system becomes efficient at maintaining your current life, it resists changing it, not to hurt you, but to protect what it believes is safe. This is why comfort becomes dangerous. Comfort convinces your nervous system that expansion is unnecessary. And once expansion feels unnecessary, stagnation feels reasonable. The growth lock does not look like failure. It looks like routine. It feels like stability. It sounds like I'm doing okay, but okay is the slowest form of decline, because while you are standing still, life is still moving. The world continues to evolve. Skills continue to rise. Standards continue to shift. And a person who does not grow is not staying in place. They are falling behind quietly. The lock begins in identity. You begin to define yourself by your past achievements, by what you already know, by what once worked. And slowly, you stop becoming. You protect your current version instead of building your next one. You stop learning aggressively. You stop challenging your assumptions. You stop seeking new rooms to enter, not because you are weak, but because your nervous system has accepted familiar as safe. And safety feels good. But safety never builds the future. Every new level of life demands a new level of identity. And if identity does not change, the next level cannot be reached. The growth lock keeps people trapped in yesterday's success. They repeat what once worked. They defend what once defined them. They reject what threatens their current image. But the future does not negotiate with nostalgia. It only responds to growth. Here is the great truth. Your results are not a reflection of your effort. They are a reflection of your identity. Your identity determines your standards. Your standards determine your habits. Your habits determine your outcomes. So when growth stops, it is not because opportunity vanished. It is because identity stayed the same. And the only way to break the lock is to deliberately upgrade identity, not through hope, not through motivation, but through conditioning. You begin by questioning your familiar assumptions. What do I believe that may no longer be true? What habits feel comfortable but no longer serve my future? What version of myself am I protecting that may be limiting me? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are the keys. They pry open the mental ceiling. Next, you define your next level identity, not what you want to have, but who you are becoming. I am becoming sharper. I am becoming more disciplined. I am becoming more valuable. I am building the next version of myself. You repeat these ideas until they feel natural. You attach emotion to them. You let your nervous system accept them as truth. Then your behavior begins to shift. You seek better rooms. You raise your standards. You invest in growth. You stretch your capacity. Small changes appear. Those changes become evidence. Evidence becomes belief. Belief becomes identity. And suddenly your ceiling moves. Your energy changes. Your choices change. Your conversations change. You are no longer protecting your past. You are building your future. And this is where momentum returns, not because life became easier, but because you became larger. Your old limits feel foreign. Your old fears feel distant. Your old excuses lose their voice. You begin moving again. You begin growing again. You begin becoming again. And one day you realize that the plateau you once feared was not a dead end. It was an invitation to evolve, an invitation to release who you were and step into who you are becoming. From this moment forward, do not settle for familiar ceilings. Do not confuse comfort with progress. Do not allow yesterday's identity to dictate tomorrow's destiny. Your life expands to the level of your growth. And growth is a decision. The lock is not permanent. It was never meant to be. It exists only until you choose to rise beyond it. And the moment you do, your next level begins to open.